Hi, Heather Lieberman here. So I'm doing a supplemental video to my AVMA radiology video that I submitted. So we're going to touch base on a few things. So the first one is our machine. So our machine here actually does calculate the KVP and MASs based on the centimeters that I put in, that I've measured with my calipers. So that's kind of a cool thing. We don't need to use a chart to figure that out. The machine kind of calculates that for us. It actually does, and I'll show you here in a second, take the body part that we're using, abdomen, extremity, pelvis, etc. I put in the centimeters that I measured, and then it figures out the KVP and MAS. So let's kind of take a look. So here, I'll do a demonstration here with my girl Toki. So for example, if I were doing the radius ulna, cranial caudal radius ulna, I would do my measurement on her. So for that, I'm going to be measuring in the mid shaft of those two bones. So coming here, so I'm going to use this one, you know, going down in the middle. So I'm getting a measurement of 3. So I'm going to take that from my calipers and then bring my camera on over here and show you guys. So let's see, let's get to the home screen just so I can show you fully. Alright, here. So here is my home screen on my radiology or x-ray machine. So to start things, I hit APR. It does here show you all of the different body areas. So for the cranial caudal radius ulna, I would be choosing front extremity. That would be a VD/DV view. And then right here I come down 2 centimeters and I put in that number I got, which was again was 3. And then there you can see my KVP, MAS, MA all kind of adjust, and here I'll even kind of show you as I hit the numbers. They adjust, so you can see like my KVP is going up. So here we'll go back down to 3. Okay, so that's kind of how my machine here works for setting up for an x-ray. Now kind of touching base on the different positioning aids that I have available here besides the V-trough. So a lot of times we'll use a wooden spoon. That can be very helpful, especially when we're doing lateral stifle views, just to kind of support under those toes without having it ourselves in the x-ray beam. A little bit of tape can also be very useful. So we're going to demonstrate both of those really quickly. So here we're going to be centering for the cranial caudal radius ulna on the mid shaft of that bone, or bones I should say. So something I could do would be maybe supporting her elbow with the spoon. Sometimes if they're being finicky about their toes, we can kind of use it just to stabilize them a little bit and make the pet feel like they can't be moving their toes. Or the other thing I could do is take a little bit of tape and actually kind of tape right there to help with positioning, okay? So that's an example of 2 different positioning aids that I can utilize here in the radiology suite. So as far as centering, so another thing, I know I touched base on the radius ulna, we're going to want to center on the mid shaft of that bone, her bones there. For my VD thorax, centering is going to be kind of on that caudal border of the scapula. So like on her, she would be on her back. I know this isn't the most ideal, but we would have my X going first through the midline of her and then coming through right here as well, okay? So that would be centering for my VD thorax. For my VD pelvis, we are going to be thinking about centering right over the pelvis there. For collimating for that view, I would want to be, cranial border would just be over the crest of the ilium. Caudal border would just be distal to the patellas, and then my walls kind of at where the greater tuberosities are sticking out. We want to just make sure we get all of that in there. For proper positioning for that VD pelvis, we want to kind of rotate those legs medially and make sure those patellas are sitting right aligned in that groove there, okay, so that everything is nice and straight. So that is kind of positioning for those three views, and where I'd want to center on them, as well as collimating for that VD pelvis. And I'm just checking to make sure I have everything on my list. Yeah, so that is kind of my supplemental video for my radiology AVMA video task. Thank you.